As we rapidly approach the Christmas season here in Germany, I want to talk about another tradition that's very popular here. This tradition dates back about 100 years, and that's Advent calendars, or what the Germans simply call Adventskalender. Hi there, my name's Kai, and I moved to Germany from the US 5 years ago. In this video, we're going to take a look at the history of Advent calendars, where you can find them, and all of the different variations out there. Los geht's! Let's get started with a brief history of Advent calendars. First of all, what is Advent? For those that don't know, Advent has Christian roots. It's the month-long period of preparation before Christmas, the Christian celebration of Jesus' birth. So you may be wondering, what exactly is an Advent calendar? Well, as you may have guessed, it's a type of calendar used to count down the days leading up to Christmas. Advent calendars typically start on December 1st and end on December 24th here in Germany. Modern-day versions often have compartments with flaps or doors that are opened every day to reveal small gifts, pieces of candy, toys, images, or messages. However, the Advent calendar tradition began back in the early 20th century. According to popular German folklore, the first Advent calendar was created by a housewife in Munich who got tired of having to endlessly answer how many more days were left until Christmas. That kind of makes sense, right? But there really isn't any evidence for this claim. Instead, the tradition actually originated in the 1920s when the German publisher Gerhard Lang created the first Advent calendar. The first one had small doors for each day of Advent that revealed pictures when opened. Later on, in the 1950s, the pictures were replaced by compartments that contained small treats or toys. And, like I mentioned earlier, these calendars continue to be extremely popular here in Germany. In fact, they've caught on in many other parts of the world as well. Just take a look at some of these from places like Denmark, England, France, Vietnam, Kenya, and Hawaii. I hear they're pretty popular now throughout the US too, though I don't really remember seeing them there outside of stores like World Market or actual German stores. I guess that's changed now that German chain stores like Aldi and Lidl are spreading across the US. Modern Advent calendars come in many different varieties. The most common ones are the disposable kind you can find mostly in grocery stores here. Typically, they're made of paper and usually come with chocolate or some other type of candy inside. For example, here are some of the ones available in the very large Christmas candy section in the grocery store Rewe. And here are some others that I found at some chocolate shops. Beyond the traditional ones with sweets, you can also get Advent calendars at many other retail stores with pretty much anything else you can imagine inside. Some have tea, some have makeup, others have clothing, and there are some with books, and even some with beer. Like I said, the possibilities are truly endless. But it seems many Germans pass on the pre-made Advent calendars and instead prefer to create their own. And that's what I do too. But more on that in a minute. This option is great since you can really customize your gifts and treats for more variety and to better suit your personal tastes. Many people here also use a series of small numbered bags or pouches to hold each day's Advent gifts or treats. Then, these are hung up or displayed prominently. Another popular approach is to either buy or build a set of little wooden drawers or a small cabinet with tiny doors to house your goodies. If you really want to go crazy, you could also create a giant Advent calendar. In Gegenbach, in the German state of Baden-Württemberg, they have their own building-sized Advent calendar. At 6 p.m. every night, they open a new window in the town hall to reveal a new beautiful piece of artwork. Pretty cool, huh? Since my very first Christmas after moving to Germany, I've had an Advent calendar. And it's become one of my favorite yearly traditions. Have you ever used an Advent calendar? Or have you ever made your own? Please let me know in the comments what you do to celebrate this time of year. Personally, out of all the different Advent calendar options out there, I definitely prefer something that's reusable. This way I can change it up from year to year if I want to. And since I'm not the biggest fan of basic milk chocolates, and I don't really want to spend a lot of money buying new advent calendars every year, I found one that I could refill with whatever treats I wanted. I like the idea of having an advent calendar made from wood with little drawers that I could decorate and fill. But I'm no carpenter, so first I needed to figure out exactly where to get one. Luckily, I found the perfect option at one of the biggest and most awesome arts and crafts stores in Berlin, Modular, which is located in the Kreuzberg neighborhood. This place has pretty much everything you could possibly need in terms of art supplies and stationery. And that's where I found this awesome wooden advent calendar. It has 24 drawers that easily fit a wide variety of treats. And I found some festive numbered stickers there too. This way, I can keep everything simple and just stick them onto each drawer. Plus, if I ever get bored of how this thing looks, I can just find some new stickers or get really crazy and get some paint or something. When it comes to filling my advent calendar, I look for my favorite chocolates because I find that you can never really get too much chocolate. So my all-time favorite chocolate shop in Berlin is Rausch in the Mitte neighborhood, located right next to the Gendarmenmarkt Plaza, which also happens to be the site of one of Berlin's best Christmas markets. At Rausch, they have tons of individually wrapped chocolates and pralines to choose from. And they're ridiculously good too. For more variety, sometimes I'll also get chocolate from other shops, like Rittersport, which is a cheaper alternative, or Sowade, another Berlin chocolatier. The Belgian chocolate shop Neuhaus is also an option. Or the Swiss chocolatier Lederach, if I really want to splurge. Once I've gathered 24 different chocolates, I'm all set. Then, all that's left is to add the chocolates to my advent calendar and dream about the countdown to Christmas and all the yummy treats that await me. I'm ready for it. How about you? There you have it. Everything you need to know about advent calendars, just in time to make your own if you wish. Of course, I bet you can probably get your hands on some different kinds of advent calendars in the US too. But, like I always say, nothing beats the real thing here in Germany. Though, outside of Germany, I think making your own advent calendar still comes in at a close second. Anyways, that's it for now. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and others about life here in Germany. Thanks for watching. Tschüss, bis später!